Hello and welcome. Shutterbud here, and Season 6 just got started. And no sooner has it started than suddenly we have a special treat for you. All 26 episode titles and synopsises. Starting with episode 3. The Gift of Maud Pie. This is going to involve Pinkie Pie taking a trip to Manhattan to buy her sister Maud Pie a special gift. At the same time, in the B plot, Rarity will be helping Babseed open a brand new hair salon. Episode 4, On Your Marks. The CMC decide to finally go about the business of helping other ponies get their cutie marks, but they're not sure how to exactly do this, so they turn to Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon for help. Episode 5 is called Gauntlet of Fire. In this episode, we see Rainbow Dash competing in a series of grueling sporting and athletic events, with Spitfire as a returning character to antagonize Rainbow Dash. And episode 6, No Second Prances. In this episode, the ponies realize that Starlight Glimmer never went to her high school prom, so the Apple family decides to hold a prom for Starlight on the apple farm, and she is invited to attend and bring a guest. Starlight decides that she should bring another pony who also needs to learn a valuable lesson in friendship, so she invites the formerly great and powerful Trixie to attend as her +1. In episode 7, the ponies are taking a field trip for a relaxing day at the beach. Here they will encounter sea ponies, and the sea ponies will take them on amazing underwater adventures. Episode 8, we have a return to Griffinstone to catch up on Dilda and see how she's doing with her uniting Griffins in friendship. Episode 9, we have Parents' Day, an episode where Parents' Day arrives in Ponyville, and while Sweetie Belle is excited to celebrate this special holiday with her parents, Apple Bloom and Stoodaloo feel left out, and they trade stories about what happened to their parents. In episode 10, Bigger is not always better. Starlight Glimmer finds a Parasprite, and unaware of the events of Swarm of the Century, she befriends it, feeds it, and sees it multiply. When she quickly realizes that feeding the Parasprites will cause them to multiply and could lead to an infestation, she casts a spell on the Parasprite, which makes it magnetically draw in all of the Parasprite replicants. This causes the one Parasprite, instead of breeding into a huge swarm of thousands, it now grows to a progressively larger size. In episode 11, The Sun Also Rises, we have a Celestia and Luna sisterly bonding episode, wherein Celestia falls ill and Princess Luna has to take over the duties of raising and lowering the sun. In episode 12, Flutter Brother, we discover finally the long talked about rumored brother of Fluttershy. And what it's going to be is it's going to be her baby brother, with Fluttershy assuming the responsibilities of Big Sister. In episode 13, we have a new Daring Do story. Daring Do comes to Rainbow Dash seeking for help with a artifact that she's trying to get her hooves on. Episode 14, because Slice of Life was so popular with the fans, they're going to do something like that again. Only instead of looking at all the background ponies, we're going to focus on just two of them, Lyra and Bon Bon. This story will focus on Bon Bon returning to her life as a secret agent and hunting monsters to protect Equestria in secret, while Lyra tags along as her indispensable assistant. This series will actually spin off a Lyra and Bon Bon My Little Pony spin-off series, which will feature the background six in more prominent roles, but will mostly be about Lyra and Bon Bon. In addition to that, this new series will be CG animated, not the traditional hand-drawn that we're used to. In episode 15, Hot to Trotters, the Harlem Globetrotters guest star as ponies on a basketball team trying to get one of their old members to come out of retirement and return to the game. To fill in while the Globetrotters are off on their special assignment, the main six fill the spot on the team and have to play basketball with hilarious results. Episode 16 is going to be an episode for Flurry Heart. When Flurry Heart visits Ponyville, Twilight and Spite are stuck with the task of babysitting. And because it becomes too much of a big deal for them, they also have to enlist the help of experienced parents. The Tates and the Tate twins come over. The Tate twins and Flurry Heart get to play together while Twilight learns about babysitting from the Tates. Episode 17 will be a Discord episode. We get one of those every season, and this is the perfect time to have one. Discord will be bonding with Starlight Glimmer over their shared past as being villains at one time and being reformed by the ponies and friendship. Episode 18 will be a Hearts and Hooves Day special, starring the Pie family, but also each member of the main six and Starlight Glimmer will all have special sun ponies in their lives, which will be addressed in this episode, and we'll get to see each of them go on a special date through a montage of multiple dating sequences. Episode 19, Escape from Mayortropolis. We will see a return of the Maniac. When she escapes the comic books and comes into the real world, she mistakes the main six for the Power Ponies. Starlight Glimmer will also be given a comic book persona and will be drawn into the misunderstanding that the Maniac has when she can't comprehend reality. In episode 20, we will finally see Rainbow Dash become a Wonderbolt, but her parents will step into the picture and will have objections to her achieving her dream because they've always had alternate plans for her, and she will have to choose between her family and her dream. In episode 21, we set up for the upcoming finale when Twilight is visited by Sweetie Belle from the future. In episode 22, Rainbow Dash has to help Rarity model dresses, and Rainbow Dash is forced to let out her girlier side, which actually has the unattended side effect of making her physically attractive to Soren, who never really saw her as a girl before now. In episode 23, Twilight is called away to a faraway corner of Equestria to go on a friendship map mission. But because she can't be at Ponyville and on the mission at the same time, she relies on Sunset Shimmer to temporarily return to Ponyville to rule over Ponyville in her absence. In episode 24, we get closer to the major event that Sweetie Belle predicted when she time traveled. Now we have Star Swirl the Bearded returning to Equestria. He emerges in the modern world, coming out of the past, and he's horribly out of touch with the ways of the future. And episode 25 and 26 will be a epic two-parter, as the main six fight against a giant creature of unimaginable power that is so strong that it defeats all six of them. This leaves Starlight Glimmer on her own to form a backup team to go after the creature. At the end of the series, we will set up for season 7 with a massive time skip. This time skip will lead into another spin-off series from My Little Pony that features the CMC, Diamond Tiara, Silver Spoon, and a few others as adults. Princess Flurry Heart will have entered her childhood years and will be walking and talking like a main character, and will also set up for the events of the My Little Pony movie coming in 2017. This time skip will not only be the focus of a brand new series, which will be done in what they call pointy pony style, which is that art style that we saw in the Big Brother's Best Friends Forever song, but it will also be the start of season 7, which will all of season 7 will take place 5 years into the future. Anyhow, that's all for our episode synopsises for the rest of season 6, and a few leaks regarding spin-off series and movies that have been planned in the future. Hope you enjoyed the list, and remember, today is April Fool's Day, so April Fools, every pony! Thank you for watching, and good night.